I'm a big believer in building very intentional structures into the work we do so we can set ourselves up for success, our teams up for success, and the organization up for success. And a couple examples of those structures or kind of frameworks or building blocks that you want to build into the work that you're doing with your teams. It's sort of the cadence of how you're having those connections to check in on them as human beings in that authentic leadership model, but also to make sure that you're still achieving the objectives that you want to and you need to achieve at your organization. A couple of examples of that would be, do you do daily check-ins? How is your team checking in? Where are they being seen, being heard, being valued? Where are they kind of being held accountable to that, where they're checking in daily? Are you using an online platform that people can just do that? What are they at? What is the question that they're wanting to accomplish in that day? Just to keep everybody moving forward in the work they're doing. The other thing is with your team leaders. What is your intentional structure and purpose of meeting with those leaders one-on-one? Are you building a cadence in monthly? Is it bi-weekly that you are connecting with them personally, how they're doing with their personal goals, but also how they're doing with their leadership and their organizational goals? So building that intentional structure in. How do your agendas for your team meetings look? How are they anchoring people in? How are they moving things forward and looking forward, holding each other accountable, and a good use of their time, that are effective, efficient meetings? What are you doing with those meeting structures? Care and Connect. I am a big believer in a Care and Connect meeting. If you go to www.wearebettertogether.ca, you can download a free guide that just helps you to how you can have real, genuine, fun, impactful connection as human beings with your team that will drive your organization further. So Care and Connect, see people as people, have some fun together, play, laugh, share, cry, be vulnerable, whatever that might look like for you. Also, the last two would be, how are you intentionally building celebration and recognition into the work you do? Even online, there's ways to do it. That is so important for people to take that moment out to have the celebration, be celebrated for the work they're doing and recognized in what they're doing. Even if it's not a monetary recognition, even if it's just a verbal, very specific way that speaks to what their love language, their appreciation at work language is, so they feel appreciated at work. And the last one for an intentional structure is, how are you practicing very intentional feedback? Whatever your feedback model is, that candid communication, that loving performance review, that constructive feedback, that feelings and behaviors and impacts, whatever that might be, is that how are you having those candid, impactful feedback conversations with your team in a structured way? Practice it. Practice it with the success or an appreciation, so that when it gets to a tougher time, when you have to give that harder constructive feedback and meaningful feedback, that you've got some of that relationship credibility already underneath you to have those tough conversations. Those are some of the intentional structures you can put in place to help build real authentic teams, even in this remote reality.